Okay, I'm going to give a test of this, my new Vypyr, Peavey Vypyr amp, solid state 75 watt version of it. And I'm going to do, I've seen all the YouTube videos of the different people posting the different amp and stomp boxes and things of that nature, and that's cool. So all I'm going to do is do the one preset, two presets, one of which I made and the other one is the first preset on the amp that came stock from Peavey, and I think it sounds really great on its own, so I didn't really have to mess with it much. The second one you'll hear is the one I made, and it's basically taking the first one and taking the mids out, scooping the sound basically, and taking the delays and things out just to hear it kind of stock, so to speak. The amp model that I'll be using is the Peavey 6505. I can't remember if it's 6550 or 6505, and I think it's obviously the heaviest one on there, and I'll be using that. And the guitars, I'm going to use my white Explorer, Gibson Explorer, 81 EMG 8160s in it, and then I'm also going to use my ESP M1 Tiger, which has a Screamin' Demon George Lynch pickup, and it's a passive pickup, and the EMG 81 is a active, so it'll give you kind of the sounds of both, and I'll let you know in the video which one. Now the sound may not be great because I'm using a camera for the video. It just happens to have video on it, so I don't know how it'll turn out, but I'll give it a go. Alright, first I'm going to use my Explorer on the preset that comes built into the amp, first preset. I have the power sponge, which is basically an attenuator on it, at 100%, and the volume knob's at about 1 or so, and that's, the sucker can get loud, but the power attenuator sponge thing makes it so you can hear it at its, as if you were cranking it, and so it'll have a good sound anyway. So here we go. I'm just going to do random riffing just to kind of give you an idea of what it sounds like. So that's with the Gibson Explorer, the EMG 81, and the first preset on the amp. Okay, this is the same guitar, the Gibson Explorer EMG 81, and this is the preset I made and just basically took out the mids, and that's pretty much it. Still same amp style, no effects on it at all, and other than the delay and little reverb that's already built into it. So here we go. So that was with the Gibson Explorer. I want to point out something before I go into this George Lynch guitar. I just listened back to the Gibson video I just made, and the sound is very thin on the video, but I can assure you that if you get the amp, it's got a much better sound. So if you even like the preset at all, if you think, you know, it's pretty heavy but I'd like a little more, play it in person, because the lows and the way the speaker makes it sounds better as I'm standing here than what you're going to hear in the video. So that's just a word of advice. Okay, this is going to be the George Lynch M1 Tiger on the first preset on the Peavey amp. was the M1 Tiger with the first preset. Alright, the last one is my George Lynch Tiger through the second preset I made that scooped out the mids. So here we go. So there you go, just a quick test of the Peavey Vypyr 75 watt solid state. I definitely recommend it. I think it's the best combo amp I've ever owned. So there you go, hope this helped.